Hey guys, Mama Deb here again. So I had no intention of cooking again. I just made that mole about 4 or 5 days ago, which I've been eating all week. And I thought, I'm gonna pull something out of my freezer because I got a freezer full of stuff. So I found some shrimp that's been in there for who knows how long. And that made me start thinking, what can I do with it? And here we are again. Today we're gonna try Sri Lankan curry shrimp, Debbie style. Okay, this is our goodie bag for today. We have got a bag of shrimp, some tomatoes, coconut milk, chicken broth, ginger, garlic, some green hot peppers, green beans. That's my added extra because I like things to have a little green in it. And some red onion. And if I didn't say cinnamon stick and curry, we've got those too. So another recipe I've never made. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so you're supposed to take a couple cloves of garlic. I think they said 3 cloves. A green chili, wasn't quite sure which one to pick. And garlic about the size of your, or ginger rather, size of your thumb. I went a little heavy on the garlic. I'm up to 6 cloves. I used 2 chilies and I went for those Serrano chilies. I didn't take out the seeds, probably should have if you don't like it spicy, but I do. And then the ginger. Now they say put it in a mortar and pestle. I really have like just this little decorative one. And as you can see, it's like filled up to the brim. So I decided to first use my little handy chopper, which I love, really get one of these. And I don't work for this company. I'm not earning a dime. This thing's the bomb. So I'm gonna try to see if my little cutesy little thing, because you're supposed to take the garlic and the ginger and the peppers and turn this into a paste. So I'm gonna start trying to paste this up. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna put it on a chopping board and chop it up finely, but I'll be back and let you know which way I rolled. Okay, update. I'm gonna chop it up a little bit because I don't think it's getting pasty enough. I'm just kind of smashing it around. It is fun, but it ain't working. So time to chop a little. Okay, well I put it back in the mortar and pestle, put some salt in it. Those who read succeed, you're supposed to put some salt to make it a little pasty. Got it as pasty as I feel like doing it. Probably need a bigger one, but this is all I got. So now we're gonna take it into a pan, dump it with some olive oil. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. And this is supposed to cook for about 2 minutes. I'm also throwing my green beans in now because it wasn't in the recipe, but I did, so I want to get them a little blistered. I like a blistered green bean. So I'm going to let this cook for about, 2 minutes, and then we'll start adding a little bit more into it. Okay, it's been a whole 2 minutes, guys. Now we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of curry powder. I don't really cook with curry that often, so this is going to be new. Here we go. Let's go heavy on the curry because I've got a little bit more ingredients than I should have. And they say about a tablespoon of tomato paste. So I'm going to blop in about a tablespoon. I'm just going to use the rest of this up and squirt it all over my stove. Stir this up for about a minute, they say. We're just kind of toasting up that curry and blending it in with the tomato paste. Probably have this a little too hot. Squeeze a little bit more in there. And then I'm gonna add the tomatoes. I chopped up the tomatoes, putting this in here. And now the tomatoes, and what really should just be ginger, garlic, and peppers. Again, the green beans are extra. I did show you an onion early on, and maybe that's because I'm just used to having onions, but there is no onion in this recipe. So I'm gonna let this cook down for just a little bit, and we'll be right back. Okay. I'm letting this cook until the tomatoes are kind of cooked down, a little bit saucy. Smells really good. Definitely has that curry smell to it. Then I'm gonna add, you're supposed to add a cup of chicken broth. If you remember when I started, this whole thing was because I was like, let's empty the freezer. I had made some homemade chicken broth that was in a baggie. Originally I was like, maybe a shrimp soup. I don't know what I was thinking when I took this out of the freezer yesterday to thaw. So this is the chicken broth that I made, which is why I'm squeezing it out of a baggie. Doesn't look like it's gonna be enough. It was supposed to be about a cup. I'm gonna add a little bit more broth in. Recipe calls for a cup. I'm adding a little bit more because I've got more shrimp too, so I'm just whopping some stuff in there. And then you're supposed to also put in a cup of coconut milk at this point. I'm throwing in the whole can. And I was gonna do 2 cinnamon sticks, but I think I'll stick with 1. I think I'm just gonna do the 1 cinnamon stick here. And now this is just gonna sit here and simmer for about 10 minutes or so. You know, they say 10 minutes, sometimes it's more. So I'm just gonna let it simmer until I feel it is done simmering. And I'll be back. I'll still be back. I'll be back. Okay, it's been simmering for a while, so now I'm gonna add a little bit of spices in here, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then they said you can, should put in like a little bit of sugar. I like to cook with honey, but I also like a kick, so I'm gonna plop in a little bit of hot honey for the sweetener. But it smells good. It's not too curry-y for those who don't like curry. It's actually not that spicy for those of you who don't like spice. You can taste the tomatoes for sure. I may have put too much tomato in there. I'm gonna heat the kick up a little bit more because I do like spicy. Not part of the recipe, but I just have it handy. Let's throw some red pepper in there. Come on, sister, do it while you can. Okay, so this now it's simmering. I mean, it hasn't really thickened up. It's still a little brothy for sure, but that's what it's supposed to be. And now I'm gonna take the shrimp. I peeled the shells off. I don't understand why people put shells on shrimp when they're cooking them with anything, because then you have all this sauce and you have all this stuff all over, and then you gotta stick your hands in it, or try to do it with a knife and fork, which really sucks. I like to peel them beforehand, so when you get to the recipe, you can just eat it. Now this is just gonna cook a couple of minutes, just so the shrimp gets cooked through. Shrimp does not take that long to cook. You can tell because it goes from that raw gray color to a nice pink. And once it's pink, I will take it off and we're pretty much done. Be back. All right, guys, here we go. Moment of truth. Time for the curry. It looks lovely. It's got that lovely orange color. The shrimp looks good. I like the little green bits of the green beans because I like color. Got some just garlic naan at the store, nothing special. Giving it a try now. Tail on. Really good. I wish it was Friday because then I could have said this was Freezer Friday, but it was Freezer Thursday. So I have a little bit more room in my freezer. This didn't take long at all. Really tasty. Give it a shot one day. Bye, guys.